Welcome back, everyone. Now, this lab is interesting, all right? And I don't want to confuse anybody. Obviously, as you can see, it's an IPv6 lab. Now, we all know about the rules of double colon, right? We have the rules of leading zero and the rule of double colon. We cannot have, looks weird, doesn't it? We cannot have two double colons, right? Because this is a representation of a network. So it would be semantically okay to put that, right? You can go ahead and put that zero, if that's the proper word to use. You can just put that zero there to make it, oh, okay, it looks right now. But technically, when you're configuring, you do not have to. This is just stating the network that it's in, period. Because normally what I do is say, if that will be the case, because remember, this is a representation of your ISP. Now, the rules state that you cannot have two double colons because the protocol, the IPv6 protocol, does not know where to put the zero. Okay, I can see if it's within the address or anything like that. But if you look up above, I actually put 2001 double colon Cafe 1000. That's the network. 11111, 11112. This is the interface ID portion of the address. That's what I wanted to use. Okay? Just trying to make a point here. When you're taking your certification, obviously, if you're identifying an actual IPv6 address, you're not going to choose this as a legitimate or valid IPv6 address because of the double colon rule. But I'm going to show you that when you are configuring, right, in your test, just do what the book tells you to do. Okay, that's bottom line. Okay, but when you're configuring, and this is why I tell everybody to lab their way to success, you don't have to. You don't have to. And remember, this represents the network prefix. In between these colons is the interface ID. Okay? So you can't have two double colons. So I decided to just write it out this way. So we can make a lab so you can see that this is not going to error out. And we're going to do it from scratch. Okay? So we're going to come here. I'm going to bring this down. This is router 1. I'm going to open it up just a tad bit so my face still fits in there. Not that I know you want to see my face, but that's okay. So this is enable, CompT, host name, R1. We got to do the little basic stuff that I do. No IP domain, hyphen lookup because I don't want to get interrupted. Once again, line con 0. And some of you may be saying, Laz, man, why don't you just have this ready to go, dude? Because you may know already, but somebody that's brand new may not. And repetition breeds retention. All right. So the first thing you want to type when you're configuring IPv6 unicast routing. Please type that. Okay? Just first thing. Not going to kill anything. All right? It's going to give you the features that will allow you to do many things in IPv6. So we go to the first interface. This is int G01. Int G01. IPv6 address 2001. We know these are hex. I'm not going to say 2001. It's not going to happen. Double colon Cafe colon 1000. That is the network prefix, ladies and gentlemen. Colon 1 colon, not semicolon. Colon 1 colon 1 colon 1 slash 64. Where's the 4? There it is. So I didn't get an error. So you can see here, one section, one quartet, two quartet, three quartet, 4. One quartet, two quartet, three quartet, 4. Okay? So they're all there. All right. No shot. Cool. But then we'll see what happens. what the iOS does at the end. Because certain educators are misleading in their explanation as to why you have to put the 0. You have to put it within the same network prefix or interface ID portion of the address. But if it's not, then why would you? Okay. Well, let's see. Router 2. Let's bring this downtown. Okay. We'll say 9-line heading. Enable CompT, host name R2, IPv6, unicast routing, interface G02. Let's finish that side, right? So I only made it 3 routers, make it quick. IPv6 address 2000, 1, cafe, 1000, 1, 1, 1, and then 64. It's okay. No problems. Whew. Then we go to interface G01, sorry, we just did G02. Int G0/2. All right. Oh, no, it is 1. I just said not 2, right? Crazy, man. Crazy. I'm just going to copy paste it because I don't feel like typing the whole thing. All right. Right to there. I'm going to copy, paste, and then this will be 1 at the end /64. Oh, I got to change the network to 2000 because now it's going to overlap. There we go. Booyah. No shut. So we're cool there. We're cool, man. All right, we're going to go to R3. So in R3, come back over here, R3. I got a funky mouse. All right. Say no. Say no. Okay. And there's router 3. CompT, host name, R3. Hey, I didn't do my basic housekeeping. No IP domain. So excited about putting the IP addresses. No IP domain -lookup. Line on 0. Login synchronous. All right. Exit. So it's interface G02. And IPv6. Oh, did I type IPv6 unicast routing? Of course not. So let's put the IP address first so you can see that if you forget, you can always go back. You can put it later. IPv6 address. 2001, cafe, 2000, 1, yeah. No, not genius, 1, 1, 2, right? Okay, /64, enter, no shut. Awesome. Let's type IPv6 unicast routing. I think I forgot. Okay. All right. So let's see if we can ping. Ping. 2001, cafe, 2000, 1, 1, 1, 1. Oh my God. I can ping. But look what happened. Show IPv6 int brief. I don't have to put it when you're configuring. The iOS, the protocol itself, will take care of that for you. It knows there's only one single colon, so it's going to put it there for you. Not that you have to do it. Now, obviously, if we see something like this on a test, but they're not going to give you just the network, because this represents a network. Okay? We don't know what the interface ID is. In an examination, they're going to give you two parts of the address that will have a double colon, and then you would say, yeah, okay, that's an issue. In the total address, you can't have a double colon. You have to pick which one you're gonna put a 0 in. But if it's just one, you don't have to put the 0. Did I ping it using the 0? No, I did not. But it knows. It put it itself. I didn't do that. It did it itself. So I can ping. But let's take it a step further. Okay, let's put in RIP just because it's easy. Okay, I'm gonna go. I think I'm already inside. There's only one interface I should be there. But I'm just gonna verify again. MG01. All right, I'm just gonna say IPv6 RIP 1 enable. Very hard command. Okay, let's go to the next one. I don't know where I'm at, so I'm just gonna put in G02 IPv6 RIP 1 enable. It's gonna use the up arrow key now. Change that to a 1. Do that. Cool. Then we go to router 3. Awesome. And then we do conft int G0/2 IPv6 RIP 1 enable. All right. Do WR. So let's see if we have a proper routing table. We should see the letter R for this network and see how it looks. Show IPv6 route. Oh look, it put the 0 there for me. So obviously if you're taking a test, okay, because the rule states you can't have a double colon, you should put the 0 so it looks right, okay? But when we're configuring, since we're putting an actual IPv6 address on there, there's no need to put the 0 on there. But the protocol knows, it knows, okay, to put a 0 on there. It knows. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. So yes, if you're taking a test, yeah, it doesn't want double colons. It wants you to do zeros. The Cisco Pressbooks will show you like this, like you see it in the routing table. Okay, that's highlighted. Just to put a 0 to get you used to typing that. But as far as technically, all right, technically, and I just showed you, technically, you don't have to. I just pinged an address, okay, where I didn't put the friggin' 0. It knows. It knows that that's where the 0 goes. Okay? So know the distinction. When you're taking the test, obviously, follow the rules, no double colons. You want to pass a test, get that piece of paper. Okay? No, if you want to also, here's another, I guess, to justify that. It just looks easier on the eyes to see that 1 0 there because we're so used to saying, hey, no double colons. So, okay. So visualization purpose. And for visualization purposes, I always put I would have put 4 zeros just so you know that there's something there. Okay. But as far as the syntax is concerned, when you're configuring, if it's just a single double colon, I don't have to do that. Okay. And I can simply just ping whoever I need to ping by not putting the 0 there. So it's not something technically, if it's just a single colon, that you have to put the 0, but the protocol knows exactly, hey, let me put the 0 there so there's no confusion, I guess, for the engineer. I'm assuming that it's not going to be an end user looking at this. Okay, or pinging or doing anything like that. So the engineer, the technician, whatever, it won't get confused. It knows that that's a 0 right there. That's it. That's it. But again, in an actual, just to end this for all time, okay? Let's say you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you have a double colon here, and you have 5, 6, 7, 8, right? And then you have A, B, C, D. All right. Yeah, most definitely, this is not allowed. This is an invalid IPv6 address. completely. Because in the interface ID, you have a double colon, and the network prefix, you have a double colon. There, the IPv6 routing, the IPv6 routed protocol will run into an issue. At that point, there it doesn't know. There you choose, okay, where am I going to put the 0 at? Okay, so you choose. You can put it here in the network prefix or what have you. Okay, so it knows where to, if you're doing something like this. All right, but in a test, if you see this, yeah, that's an invalid IPv6 address. You will need to choose which double colon you're going to get rid of by adding a 0 to it. That's it. So we're taking a test, understand that. If you're trying to configure this, I'm sure you'll get an error, okay, when you're doing something like this. As a matter of fact, I'm going to copy this. I'm just going to go into an interface that doesn't exist. Well, I can actually put it in the same interface, just for the heck of it, because it's connected to something, G02. This is router 3, yeah? Yeah, just put it there since it's connected to something. All right, let's see what happens. Oh, Control A. Well, let me do that. Awesome. IPv6 address. Look at that. Incomplete command. It's not an incomplete command. You have 1, 2, 3. It doesn't know. Let's see. Let's put this and let's do this. It's at a 0 on there. It took it. You see? So the protocol knows. It knows. So let's take a look at it. Show IPv6 in brief. And what's that weird one? And see, it still put the 0 here and here. It's just going to add it. When it sees everything double colons, it's just going to add the 0. For testing purposes, you just got to add the 0 to 1 as per the books, right? But if you look at the actual iOS, it puts a 0 in both locations. Okay? So when you're taking a test, it's a test. But when you're out here configuring, you're going to see that the router's going to scream at you. No. Just put 1 0 somewhere, but it's going to finish it up for you and put zeros on both sides. We good? We're getting a better understanding of that double colon rule. All right? For testing is one thing. For the real deal is another. Cool? See you in the next one.